Terry Incognita. I am your Monday host, and this week we are talking about using Christian elements in our pagan holidays. I'm very excited for this week because I know we have a couple witchies who came from Christianity, so I am very fascinated by how this is going to affect their holidays. I know personally I don't intentionally incorporate any Christian things into my holidays. I did not come from a Christian background. My dad is Christian, my mom is atheist, we never went to church when I was a kid. If I did go to church, it was always with other people's families, like if I spent the night at their house or something. But I was not raised Christian. And, of course, my parents, you know, they were more than happy to answer any questions I had. I knew what it was, that sort of thing, as much as you can know when you're a little kid. But it was never something I sought out. It never really sat well with me. It wasn't something that I felt I needed in my life. And so when I celebrate holidays like Easter, for me it was about the Easter bunny and the eggs and hunting for eggs, and we got little Easter baskets and family time. And when I celebrated Christmas, it was about Santa Claus and the Christmas presents and the stockings and family time. For holidays when I grew up, it was always a time to be with your family. We would spend the entire day doing, you know, eating special food and possibly exchanging gifts and just playing cards and laughing all day long. And that's what it was about. I looked forward to it because I loved knowing that I was going to be playing games with my parents and my grandparents all day long and just having fun and just, you know, really just enjoying each other's company. And that's what it's always been for me. Now, as a pagan, the holidays kind of take on a different meaning. Not necessarily the regular ones. It's more, for me, I've added holidays. I don't really try to combine them. So, I mean, really, Halloween and Samhain, I could combine. Yule and Christmas, I could combine. But I keep them separate because I like to think that Halloween is about the candy and the costumes and the funness. And then Samhain is more of a spiritual time of reflection, honoring the dead, and that sort of thing. So it has its own special spiritual meaning. And so I prefer to keep it separate. Yule, I will, you know, keep separate from Christmas because Christmas will do our thing with Richard's family, and it's different than what I used to do with my family, but it's our new tradition. And Yule, I will probably take as more of a time for reflecting on the birth of the light and the coming new year and all those kinds of things. So I will keep it separate. That's not to say that I don't partake in things like singing Christian Christmas carols and things like that. There are a lot of beautiful, beautiful Christmas songs out there that are Christian, and I can still appreciate them for what they are without buying into Christianity. And I can even take that a step further and think of it as metaphorically rather than Jesus was real and Mary was real and all this stuff. Because I don't really buy into all of that. But that does not discount the fact that the music is beautiful and I like singing it. And, you know, I think nativity scenes are beautiful. They don't mean the same thing to me that they would mean to a Christian, but I can, again, take it metaphorically for the birth of the Son. And even if I do take Christianity as a mythology, which is what I do, it is a nice story. It's a beautiful story. The son born from the mother, under the stars, and the wise men, and all that hoobly-hobbly. It is a lovely story, and I have no problem with nativity scenes or anything like that. I think that there's like this war, okay? This unwritten war where it's Christians versus everybody else at Christmas time. And it's not all Christians. Some Christians can just take the holiday as holiday. It's a celebration. It's a time of joy and merriment. And the spiritual part, they keep to themselves and celebrate in their church and in their home. And many Christians are like that. And that is really how spiritual practice should be. It's a personal, private thing that you do with your congregation or your coven or whatever, or on your own in your home. And then there's the other Christians who want to be in your face, Jesus, Bible thumping people. And I take no offense when people say Merry Christmas to me. I'm happy to say Merry Christmas back to them. But if I know, that they are for sure saying it to me in a way to be like Jesus is the reason for the season and it's Christmas, then I will change it and I will say, Blessed Yuletide or something like that. Because it's not fair for them to push that in my face. And it's not to say that I hate Christ. It's not to say that I hate Christmas. It's to say, I do not have to believe what you believe. And just because it's called Christmas does not mean that I, by saying Christmas, buy into what you believe. I am just joyous and cheerful and merry and want everybody to have a happy holiday season. And so I try not to take part in that war. But at the same time, I am pretty firm on my position with people, and I tell them if they start pushing it that way, I'm sorry, I'm not Christian, that's not what I believe. Because I believe, personally, that we should be able to stand up, even if you're atheist and you don't believe in anything, you don't believe in any kind of god or goddess, you just believe in the natural order of science and the universe and whatever. You have a right to stand firm on your beliefs and tell people exactly what you believe. If they're going to come at you with theirs, you can say, wait, no, I'm sorry, that's not what I believe, and stop them there. There's nothing wrong with that. So, when it comes to holidays, I do not have it out for Christians. I do not have anything against Christian elements to holidays until they start coming at me and attacking me with it. Then I have a problem. Up until then, I'm just happy-go-lucky Tara. I just want to celebrate and have fun times with my friends and my family and just spread joy and cheer and charity and all that kind of stuff, because that's that's what it's about. It doesn't matter what holiday you're celebrating, be it Yule, Saturnalia, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanza, whatever. Nothing. It's not about God. It's about that feeling that we get this time of year, that feeling of wanting to help other people. There's a reason it's this time of year, because this time of year is when it's getting cold and people might not have food. They might not have the right clothes. It's not because Christmas. It's because you recognize the need that people have more when the weather is harder and the food is scarcer. And so you feel compelled to help them and to give of yourself to, your community. That's the reason of the season. That's the true reason of the season. So yeah, I don't really incorporate Christian elements into my stuff. Now, there are many, many Christian holidays. It's not just Easter and Christmas. I mean, I looked up a list. They have more holidays than pagans do. It's crazy. Ash Wednesday and Palm Sunday and All Saints Day and this and that and the other. It's nuts. I honestly don't know how they keep track of it all. But, and I don't have anything against any of them. Whatever they want to celebrate, great. Just don't step on my toes when I want to celebrate my stuff either. I'm not asking for time off work to celebrate my stuff. I'm not asking to do anything that's going to interrupt your life by doing my stuff. So don't step on my toes. And I won't step on yours. To each their own. And, I did, just in the interest of this week, I looked up online, because so many people say that pagans stole, or that Christians stole from pagans for the elements of their holidays. So I went online and I searched for, pagans stole from Christians, or pagan holidays from Christianity. I put in different searches like that to see, and nothing comes up. Everything is Christians stole from pagans, Christians took this from pagans, these holidays are actually pagan, everything. The only things that came up that said the reverse was interviews with Kirk Cameron talking about how Halloween and Christmas are actually Christian holidays through and through and have nothing to do with pagans. And I thought that was hysterical. So, Leigh Loken actually posted in YouTube Pagans a long time ago about this Kirk Cameron Saves Christmas movie that's coming up, and there was an article he posted, and there was some really good conversation that went on in the comments of that. And Leigh Loken, of course, is hilarious, and everything he says cracks me up. But I found another really well-written article that just oozed with sarcasm about what Kirk Cameron said regarding Halloween, and I will put that in the comments. It's called something like Dia de los Dipshits, and I laughed the whole way through. It was hilarious. So, you know, I don't have anything against Christians, and I don't have anything against Christianity, but, you know, when they do come at us in an attacking manner, it does kind of stir some anger up, just because nobody has the right to tell anybody what they can and cannot believe. I can't tell Christians to believe in paganism, Wicca, Satanism. I can't tell anybody what they have the right to believe, and they can't tell me, but they seem to think they can. That's where the anger comes from. So, yeah, if you catch me at a church celebration for Christmas, you know, so what? Fa la 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 la. I've been to midnight mass with my friend who's Catholic. I didn't understand it because it was in Latin, but I've been, and I had nothing against it. I thought it was fine. So, you know, that's just me. Happy-go-lucky, go with the flow, whatever. We're all here for the same reason. So, alright, I love you all. I hope that kind of gave you a little insight into me, and definitely keep watching because I'm interested to see what everybody else says. Blessed be.